In the past, I've covered a couple different live-action Dragon Ball movies, but one thing's always bugged me about that. None of them really get the true story of Dragon Ball correct. They don't have any of the Transformers or Power Rangers or flying cars that shoot laser beams, none of that really. But today, that changes. Today we're gonna talk about a Dragon Ball bootleg known as Dragon Ball. Son Goku fights, Son Goku wins. Dubbed entirely in Korean. And let's just say they changed the story up just like a little bit, just a few things, you know? But let's stop talking and let's hop into it. So through this movie's opening, we are introduced to our main character Goku. And I did double check, it is Goku still. I'm still not over that whole debacle with Monkey Boy a couple movies ago. And following that, we see Goku chop up a log of wood into some firewood. A scene ripped directly from the original show, and I've got no problem with that. It's kind of weird that he brought an axe along if he was just gonna chop it up with his hands, but so far this bootleg's doing all right, and I'm sure it's gonna stay that way, right? Why do you need a car to fight him?
What is the point of the car?
Anyways, Goku then catches a fish in a very interesting way.
What the hell?
And after that, we hop straight into business with a familiar looking car pulling up. I mean, it's not really familiar, but like, you know what I mean? Like, everyone knows what's happening here. And what's happening is Bulma's here. And she full autos Goku immediately. Like, no hesitation. But not before he can check to see if her car has boobs. Because that's really important to know, okay? Trust me. And we all know what happens here. They chat for a little bit. Bulma tries to seduce Goku. They decide to team up and then they go search for the Dragon Balls, okay? I'm saving us all time. It's just not important. I don't need to cover that, okay? I want to get to the Transformers and the Saiyan armor and everything like that. So Bulma and Goku set off on their journey, and immediately Bulma has to stop to pee, where she's attacked by Batman. Not that Batman, obviously. But in the original show, it was a pterodactyl, and I guess that was too hard to do in live action, so they just had this guy put on a bat robot costume and called it a day. It worked, you know, whatever. So after a little bit, Goku does go to find Bulma and the Bat Guy, and a big fight breaks out. And I've got to say, I kind of like the choreography of it. I think it was pretty good for, like, whenever this movie came out. Hold on, let me check. December of 1990. I think it's pretty good with like the wires flying across the sky and stuff. They did the best they could to mimic like the Dragon Ball style, right? Not to say that it all really works in live action, but they tried at least. Anyways, Goku like kills the guy and then they leave. They take their Dragon Ball and they go. And that's it. That's how it ends. But it's finally time that we get introduced to the big bad guy of this movie. And we've got a couple classic Dragon Ball characters in here too. Everyone remembers Mai and Emperor Pilaf and a Power Ranger and Raditz. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't realize we jumped a whole fucking show forward. What the hell? Why are you here? I get that it might not be specifically Raditz, but it is a Saiyan. Like, that's Saiyan armor. Why are you here? Go away. Not your time yet. Why are you working for Pilaf? Also, looking at it a little closer, the Power Ranger might be supposed to be Shu, like the original Pilaf gang member, but it's just like they did face paint. Like, you just got a dog face paint on him. That's really about it. That's the only reason I'm guessing maybe that's the case. Character design aside, it's time to actually learn why the villains are doing what they're doing. And you'll never guess. He's trying to take over the world. I don't even feel like it's important to cover this at this point. We all know what's going on. Also, I don't like this Emperor Pilaf. He scares me. He's uncomfortable. He's kind of weird. I don't like it. Anyways, while all this is going on, Bulma and Goku set up their camp for the night. And inside, we see that the actual Dragon Ball show exists in this universe. I get that it's a reference, you know? It's just kind of weird seeing live-action Goku talking about animated Goku and, like, comparing himself. It's weird. I don't know. It's kind of a cool reference, but it doesn't change that it's a weird thing to do in a movie. And then the movie shows some actual child nudity. I'm not kidding, by the way.
Oh my god.
What is that? Oh, it's actually blurred.
It's dude!
I am not watching.
Oh my god.
And I want to make it clear, I increased the size of that censor bar. Okay, this is from the YouTube version. Like, you can find the full movie on YouTube if you want to watch it, and it is censored there. I made it bigger because, oh my God, the original censor is only like a tiny dot, like it's this big. And of course, I can't just have one heart attack while I'm trying to record this video, but then the guys I'm watching it with just have to say this.
Hey, do you guys think this kid grew up to become the Squid Games guy?
Okay, hold on. We're not breezing past that. What do you mean by that?
He had the same like his facial, like, I don't know how to describe it, but like the way his face was like emoting, it was the same like, okay, shut up, you're gonna turn this racist.
You better be going somewhere with this or I'm done for.
Cut that out.
Oh my God. No, hold on. Pause the movie.
Okay.
I just looked it up. The guy that plays Goku, he actually is in Squid Games. I'm not bullshitting. He's actually in Squid Games.
No way.
Man's trying to get me canceled. I didn't even say the thing. It wasn't even my doing that did that. Thank God he was right. I mean, like, and he was right, okay? The actor's IMDb page does credit him for both this movie and Squid Game, and apparently he plays this guy. I wouldn't know. I've never watched Squid Game. Okay. Hey, you calm the fuck down, okay? But if you still think Drew is a terrible person, go ahead and drop a Drew sucks down in the comments and I'll go ahead and DM him every single time someone does it. I got you, don't worry. Anyways, let's just get back to the movie. We've gotten horribly sidetracked. After a full night's rest, Goku starts his day with a little bit of training, and I've got to admit, some of the visual effects are pretty good. Given how jank the rest of the movie is, it's pretty cool to see that, you know? He definitely could have killed Bulma with that rock explosion, but it was cool looking at least. But then he finds a familiar looking turtle and proceeds to put it in a chokehold for some reason. The turtle explains that he's very far from home and that he needs help getting there. And naturally, just like in the show, Goku decides to help him and they get on their way to Master Roshi's. And on their way, they run into Omni-Man.
Is that Omni-Man?
Why is...
Wait, is it Omni-Man? Oh my God. Dude, I can't believe Invincible stole from this. Dude, they got everybody in this movie. But to be honest, no idea who this guy is. I tried looking at the original show and I didn't find anything even close to who this character is. At first we thought it was Yamcha, but Yamcha just shows up later in the movie, so it's clearly not him. I think he's just a character they added in to have Goku fight more people. But Goku does use his rock, paper, scissors attack that he did do in the original show, and he kills him, and they move on. So that's all I'm gonna say. Moving on. So the gang finally arrives at the ocean, and Mr. Turtle goes off to sea. And then Bulma just, like, imagines herself in a swimsuit for, like, 30 seconds. I don't know why. I don't know why they needed to put that in, but while she does that, the turtle comes back, alongside the turtle hermit himself, Master Roshi. And I gotta say, I don't like how he looks. Why isn't he like the normal Roshi or the Magic Begins Roshi? They just changed his entire design for like no reason. I don't like it. They gave him hair on the back of his head. I don't like that either. Kind of creepy looking. I'm not about that. Also, Master Roshi talks about this phoenix that can grant everlasting life that died like a few years ago, and I thought that the movie just made this up. Apparently that's in the original show. Like, it's right here on the wiki. I never knew that. But again, points for accuracy, I guess. I got a haircut. And this video's over a month late, so let's cover just a couple things here real quick to save everyone some time. Roshi gives Goku the Flying Nimbus as a reward for saving the turtle. Bulma is given the third Dragon Ball in exchange for just kissing Roshi and not doing anything else that's weird. I'm looking at you, OG Dragon Ball. Goku and Bulma then break into a random person's house where they learn about Oolong terrorizing a town. Goku then dresses up like a girl in order to trick Oolong, which leads to him turning into a fucking transformer. Which is very clearly just a costume that they had laying around on set because it looks nothing like what he actually looked like in the show. Goku then beats up the Transformer in order to reveal Oolong's true form, and he decides to join the group. Alright, back to some of the crazy stuff. As Goku, Bulma, and Oolong are traveling on a jet ski, Mai watches from the side and then turns into a fucking centipede? which I'm pretty sure doesn't happen in OG Dragon Ball. To be fair, I haven't watched OG Dragon Ball. I've just done research for this video. Okay. All right, that's fair. Fuck you. So the centipede begins chasing the jet ski, and Goku jumps into the water to try to deal with it. And to be honest, kind of just looks like he's drowning. Like, he's not doing a very good job. I don't know. Bum, is he okay? But apparently he does win because the centipede leaves. And then we just cut away. That's it. Kind of a weird scene to include. Whatever, I guess. Kind of unnecessary to make Mai able to shapeshift, I guess. But you do you, movie. Whatever. I guess she did technically shapeshift in Evolution, so if the AAA movie can do it, then why can't this one? They then trick Oolong into eating a couple laxatives because apparently he just keeps trying to run away, and that works, I guess, to make him not run away anymore. I don't know why that would ever work in any world, but whatever. Oolong's now officially part of the team. And then Goku has possibly the weirdest reaction to this revelation. He just starts fucking with him. Like, I don't know what you're doing. Why are you bullying him? You just forced him to have laxatives, and then now you're just beating the shit out of him? What the hell, Goku? I thought you're supposed to be the good guy. You're not supposed to turn evil till, like, the Tournament of Power. Like how you'll sacrifice universes of people to just fight one strong guy who you could still fight anyways. Sorry, I'm sidetracked again. War sees them trekking out in the desert and tells Yamcha. And then they hop in the car, and there's like this weird music montage of them in the car with a bunch of different shots. Now, normally I wouldn't tell you something like that if it wasn't important later. And trust me, it is important. Why do you need a car fight? So anyways, Yamcha's doing this incredibly dangerous stunt, one that I cannot imagine was very safe on this very low budget set. And we see him do this really cool front flip onto the hood and then out in front of the car. And if you thought for a second you saw the car fully stopped and just parked on the beach somewhere, you definitely didn't. That didn't happen. Don't look at that, okay? Moving on. Definitely couldn't have just put like a green screen behind it and made that effect look 100 times better. No. Okay, so we've got another section that's pretty much the same as the normal show, so we're gonna Spark Notes it again. Yamcha pulls up to the group and tries to rob them. He then prepares to fight Goku hand to hand, and again, great choreography, W movie. Then in the middle of the fight, he runs into Bulma, which prompts him to imagine marrying her, like on the spot. Kind of weird, to be honest. I don't think that was in the original, but we're gonna gloss over that. The group camps out for the night, and Yamcha follows them there, where he sees Bulma, fresh out of the shower. The next day, Yamcha watches a girl get violently attacked on the beach, and it turns out it's Chi-Chi, done very faithfully to the original. Meanwhile, the group run into the mighty Ox King, who decides he's just gonna fucking kill them all. I mean, even Bulma almost got finished off like Krillin did on Namek. But then the Ox King recognizes the flying Nimbus as Master Roshi's and chills out a little bit, which is nice. The Ox King then sends Goku to go find his daughter, which he does, and then the two of them go to see Master Roshi. And like, come the fuck on, movie. You put in like 80% effort on finding an island that looked good and like no effort in on the house. First of all, it's not even pink. And secondly, Turtle House? Turtle House. This is a Korean movie. Why did you put it in English? It could have just said Kame House. Why didn't you just make it the original? And what's up with the flags? You couldn't like find a house that was like maybe on the water or something and just make it look like the right house? Like, what the hell? And then the turtle bites Master Roshi on the balls. This isn't relevant or anything. I just thought it was funny. And then Master Roshi arrives and uses the Ox King as a bench for some reason. But it does make him agree to stop being an asshole to everyone. So that's cool. And then we get to see Master Roshi buff up and fire the Kamehameha, which is great. And it's definitely not just a buff guy wearing a fake beard. They would never do that to us diehard fans. Which then does pose the question of, if it wasn't for him being buff, why did this guy get cast as Master Roshi? I still don't know. He doesn't look like Roshi. But Master Roshi does just fucking destroy the Ox King's house, which I guess is fine because no one mentions it. They just brush past it. And then, as with the normal show, Goku then tries to mimic the Kamehameha and succeeds after seeing Roshi do it. Then they chat for a little bit. Roshi says that he'll train Goku, and then we finally enter the last act of the movie. And as far as I could see, this is a fully original ending. Okay, it is nothing like the original, but it's mostly not like the original. You'll see what I mean. Quick reminder for if you forgot, the gang is still trying to gather all of the Dragon Balls to make a wish. And meanwhile, Pilaf has just been sitting around. Nothing's happened on that front for them. He hasn't accomplished anything when he's off camera. Nothing changed. He just has this weird-ass monologue where he can't stop talking about how he's gonna rule the world soon, but he's done literally nothing to accomplish it. Assumingly, he's looking for the Dragon Balls right now, but he hasn't done anything ever since Mai turned into a centipede. And this next room pisses me the fuck off, and I need you to see it. We see Pilaf, Mai, and maybe Shu walk up to the guy in the Saiyan armor and give him orders to go retrieve the Dragon Balls. Okay? Do you notice anything weird about this room? Maybe that they built an entire fucking articulating platform for this random ass scene and then never use it again. So you're telling me that the movie that couldn't give Master Roshi a pink 3D house, it is a 2D house. I'm not over it, okay? The movie that couldn't do that built this random hallway for one scene that's just like a filler thing. That's like so unimportant. It could have been in a random ass room on the back of the filming lot or something, and instead they built this. Why? Why? I need a minute. Editor, roll the footage, okay? The Dragon Squad then enter a cave, but unbeknownst to them, Yamcha is watching outside, planning to steal the Dragon Balls. Inside, it turns out the group is looking for the last 2 Dragon Balls to make their wish, when they're surprised by Raditz. Goku then decides to hold Raditz off with the help of his power pole, until some random goon interrupts their fight, and Goku just fucking kills him again. This kid is ruthless. That was unnecessary, to be honest. Goku then launches the minecart and they try to escape into the mine. Unfortunately, they're not the only ones with a minecart. But luckily for everyone, Oolong has a fucking grenade and just bombs them. And that's it. The bad guys have been dealt with. Then they bump into Yamcha again in the mines and he just joins the group. They're just chill with him. Cool. New ally unlocked, I guess. And I have no idea why they went in that cave, actually. Because now they're just leaving and they didn't get a Dragon Ball. But on their way out, they run into Raditz and the rest of the Pilaf minion guys. And then Raditz says to get the balls, which is a very weird thing to say to a child, especially if he's supposed to be your brother. And Goku begins a 1v1 with Raditz, again with swords and the power pole. I don't know why no one is helping him, you know, maybe Yamcha, the trained swordsman as well, but whatever, I guess. Doesn't matter, I guess he didn't need it, because he does beat his ass. And I'd feel bad if I didn't include Goku shooting a ki blast and blowing someone up, because they didn't do this at all in Evolution, and it looks pretty good in this movie for when it came out.
We did it!
What?
Wait, one more.
Did he just— oh, they did the Trunks thing! They did the Trunks thing! Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Did that make you uncomfortable? Did that make you like a little bit uncomfortable, not feel very good about it? It made me feel uncomfortable, and I wasn't even looking at it. And apparently what you were looking at is Emperor Pilaf casting a spell to teleport the group into his boss arena to fight another Transformer. So of course, our hero has to step up, Oolong. And that goes exactly how you would expect it to. Back to things that actually matter, Goku then jumps in and begins to fight the Transformer. But unfortunately, it's too powerful, and Goku has to go on the defensive. And Yamcha notices this, and so he decides to show us something magnificent. And trust me, it is magnificent.
What? Why was it flying?
Why is it alive?
Dude, what?
Why?
Was Poir the car? That's the only explanation I will accept. Minor spoiler alert for you. No, Poir is not the car. It just does that. His car can just do that. And that's not all it can do. Why do you need a car to fight him? What is happening?
Point of the car.
Dude, he's just shooting him from a car.
I'm not expecting. I don't know what to say.
See the crane up. No, we're doing that.
What did you see?
Look at the top of the screen. Yeah, you can see
Oh,
the fucking crane.
there's a crane.
You can't see it. You still see the crane. Not to beat a dead horse or anything, but it seems like most of the movie's budget went to this shot for whatever reason. Again, I don't know why we couldn't have like a 3D pink house. Why can't Master Roshi get some respect? I don't know what that's about. Anyways, it's at this point that Yamcha admits he has no idea how to fight this robot, and so he asks Bulma, who then decides it's a great time to start doing her makeup. And then this happens. She's gonna seduce the robot.
What?
What? What?
That defeated him. She blew it up by shattering the mirror.
What? Why? That's a fucking great question, past me. I wish I knew the answer. I've tried to look into it. I have no fucking idea what happened. Bulma just blew it up. I don't know. She has psychic powers in this universe, I guess. And the insanity doesn't end there, because the squad hop into the car and they drive away, only to cut to another scene where they're back in a cave. What the fuck was the point of taking them outside then, Pilaf? This whole section outside doesn't even make sense. It should have just cut from them in the minecart to here. Or put like the Transformer scene before that. I don't know, but it doesn't. This was just unnecessary to include. Regardless, they're back in the cave now, and it turns out it's a trap, which almost makes you wonder why they went back in there, but I digress. A trap set by Pilaf himself, who looks very nauseous right now. I really don't know what that's trying to convey, but he looks sick. Someone help him. Give him like a Tums. Pilaf says that he'll let them live if they give him the Dragon Balls, and then he proceeds to just gas the group. And then he comes in with his weird looking tubes in his nose and does some weird acting. And takes the Dragon Balls anyways, so I don't even know why he bothered to ask them for the Dragon Balls. And now, Emperor Pilaf has gone to the Epcot Ball to grant his wish and conquer the world. There he places the Dragon Balls down and begins to summon the dragon, which looks very copyright claimable. And unbeknownst to Pilaf, Oolong has transformed himself into a bat to escape the cave. And just as Pilaf is about to make his wish, Oolong jumps in and does what everyone is expecting. It's the same as the original, okay? Panty Wish. And some of the more astute viewers might be saying, oh, Dane, look, it's exactly the same as the original. You said it was different. Well, maybe hold on a second, because now we get into the weird bit. Because there's no great ape in this one. Instead, Pilaf then, I guess, teleports everyone to this weird rocky landscape, and we have a big final battle to finish the movie off. And we're starting off strong, because Emperor Pilaf fucking Emperor Palpatine's Oolong. But he's interrupted by Goku and everyone escaping from the prison, which causes them to absolutely square up as a squad. And as the Dragon Squad does the same, we go into our first matchup, which is Goku versus Mai. And Goku is absolutely giving her the business. He even finishes off with a kick, which only reminds me of the kick that Goku does to Mai in Dragon Ball Evolution. It's like exactly the same, honestly. Maybe that movie stole from this one. But wait, because Mai's not quite done yet. She reveals she has a secret set of armor under her clothes. Unfortunately, that armor is not Ki Blast proof. And so Goku fucking kills her again. This kid is absolutely diabolical. Next up is genuinely a couple minutes of Oolong getting the shit kicked out of him. And I'm gonna spare you that because Yamcha just throws a stick at the guy and he dies. So all that's left is Big Man himself, Pilaf. And to be honest, it really seems like he's more modeled off of Garlic Jr. than he is off of like Pilaf from the show. That's fine, like whatever, he doesn't get used in anything else. So the final fight begins, but to be honest, we were more curious about what it actually took to get cast as Pilaf in this movie. Do you think like the casting call for this to be Pilaf, you had to make the noise?
Oh, for sure.
It's like half his lines.
How close can you get to the camera?
Yeah. Let's just see real quick. Get as close to the camera as you can.
Ooh, that's pretty close, but I've seen someone get closer.
And then everyone just starts jumping around for a bit, like Goku and Pilaf are just jumping and chasing each other around until Oolong just decks Pilaf. And Pilaf gets fed up and just starts beating the shit out of him. And then he starts doing the exact same thing to Goku. Like a couple times, like this isn't even another angle. He backflips him multiple times in a row. I don't know why. But in the end, Goku is overwhelmed by Pilaf, and we need a savior to come in and save the Dragon Team. So it's time for Big Man himself to come in and save the day. The fucking turtle is here, baby. Let's fucking go. And don't get it twisted. He's got hands, dude. No way. Dude. The turtle's stronger than Goku. Oh my god, this guy can hang.
I can't believe they trained a turtle to do this.
Turtle fucking ballin', dude. And the turtle managed to buy just enough time for Goku and Oolong to prepare a Kamehameha and finish Pilaf off. Goku and Oolong, you know, two normal characters that do the Kamehameha. And with that, the Dragon Squad is victorious, and they gather around for one final line. The turtle have no boobs. This means it's a boy. What a great way to end it off. Comparing this to some of the other movies that we covered about Dragon Ball, I would say this one's a pretty decent pick. It's definitely not the worst one. We all know which one was the worst one, even though it has like the best cinematic effects and everything. It's definitely not the worst, but I don't think it's going to beat The Magic Begins. Even though that movie's also insane, it just has so much more of a cohesive story, some more authentic character design, even though the main villain is like totally made up. I think that's my favorite live-action Dragon Ball movie. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. And if you have something else Dragon Ball related you want me to cover, leave that down there too. If you guys want more Dragon Ball content, check it out right here. And thank you guys so much for watching. As always, have a good one.
Check me out, y'all.